that hit the right at the top. Or the lens fell off. So we're going to announce the triple extraction today. That is something we've been working on for the past 6 months with the team, the manufacturing team. So all products are going to be upgraded to ultrasonic triple extraction method, which increases the yield of essential compounds in the products from 60 to 90%, and each capsule will now contain 2,500 milligrams. To my knowledge, that's the first of its kind for capsules in the market. Tinctures have done it before, but nobody's done it with capsules, so it really puts Headstrong a cut above the rest, really, in terms of quality. Yeah, it's expensive. It's cost me... The price of the product has increased, but not for the customers. I'm just going to eat into that cost, but I'm making a bet that in the long run, it's going to be better for business, because it's really going to differentiate us from the competition. We're going to pretend like this is the first time I'm trying these drinks. It's not, I just didn't have time to record before I went on holiday last week, so I recorded a little video for Instagram as part of the series. Recorded that when I was with the manufacturer last week, but didn't have time to do something proper for YouTube. But it isn't quite proper because I've got 3 flavours here and I've paid to have 8 flavours done in total. So still got quite a few left to go, but this is the first sort of taste of the drinks. Now, as I mentioned previously, the drinks are going to be split into 2 products, a performance tonic and a recovery tonic. So these are 3 flavours for the performance tonic. So none has been done on the recovery tonic just yet. So what really I was looking for from this performance drink is real bright, vibrant, energetic flavours to align with the properties of the drink. This one is raspberry and yuzu. Now, what I really wanted was a citrus element to the drinks, and that would be where the yuzu comes in. See, for me with this one, it's nice, but it's almost like you can't not like it. And I think in some ways that can be a bad thing, because for something to be memorable enough, people need to really like it, but also dislike it. And if you sit so much in the middle, then you'll end up appealing to nobody. I think it's one of those where you drink it and it's pleasant, it has a pleasant fruity taste, it's almost like generic fruit, but based on flavour alone, I don't think you would come back to that again. This is black cherry with coconut. See, initially when you put that one in your mouth, the first half a second of the black cherry hit is really, really nice, but then when it leads into the coconut, it has this weird, I describe it as it tastes like a swimming pool. It sort of has this weird chlorine-y almost taste, or disinfectant, or some sort of kitchen cleaner, which just doesn't really work. Which is a shame, because I like coconut as a flavour, but again, it's not energetic enough for me. Final one. This is blackberry, sage and ginger. That one for me is the favourite. The blackberry is really nice in it. Sage is a little bit more mild, and the ginger has a nice little heat at the end of it, which is something that I like. I know maybe not everyone does like that, but I do like the sort of, you know, when you get a ginger shot and it has that fieriness to it. It's not quite that, but that's what I enjoy. When looking back, I think that that's the favourite, but in comparison to the other two that we've tried, and it's a favourite amongst maybe an average lineup, and realistically, I don't think any one of these flavours I would be happy to release. So I think it's probably back to the drawing board on that front, really. The stuff that we can build on, and there's flavours there that I definitely do like, but I'm really keen to get a sharper, zingier, brighter, more vibrant flavour with the performance drink, and none of these provide that for me currently. So, I mean, it's all a work in progress. This stuff takes a long time, and it's good to get these flavours down, but yeah, I don't think we will be continuing with any of these. Finished up a run, done 8.5k. I'm in the south of France at the minute. It's like really humid, really hot, and just got here yesterday, but to be honest, I didn't really want to go. Wasn't really feeling it. I've just had so much on with work at the minute, with the drinks project, with the investment, trying to sort all that my head really wasn't on holiday and really wasn't on relaxing. And I've still got calls throughout all of this week, but I think it's probably important to take a little bit of time, a little bit of rest, and hit it when I'm back. Because realistically, it's always busy when you're working for yourself, and you can't really put aside stuff like holidays. Well, especially with family and stuff. Design-wise, just to get straight into it, I think the resounding opinion that I've got is that the Headstrong brand name is what needs to lead on the packaging. The thought behind it is that you are, when you're drinking a drink, a walking billboard, and what you buy when you're buying a drink is, you buy a Sprite, you don't buy a lemonade made by Sprite. It needs to be that you are buying a Headstrong drink, I think. I know we've gone subtle, but we're going to have to switch it completely, I think. Just had a call with my designers to run through the drinks project. What I've realised is with a drink you are a walking billboard, and previously we've been very pared back with the design and with the brand name, particularly in a classic Headstrong way, emphasising the gradient, emphasising what the drink is, but realistically, from a distribution perspective, way more people are going to see these drinks in stores, in other people's hands, and the key focal point of the can needs to be the brand name, for the brand name to spread. Because, for example, you don't pick up a lemonade made by Sprite or an energy drink made by Lucozade, you just pick up a Sprite or a Lucozade, and that is what becomes known as the product itself. So people need to be able to pick up a Headstrong in stores, and if people see the can in someone else's hand and it's clear that it says performance drink or performance tonic on the can, people still don't know where to search for that because there's no brand name there. And having the Headstrong brand name on there really clearly will also increase the ability of people being able to search for the brand itself and the product, being able to shop for it, know where they can find it. So yeah, it's a bit of we're flipping it on its head really, because we've gone in from a real design perspective, as we typically always would, but with a product like this, a convenience product, it's completely different. I'm also just about to do a sit down with Soho House. Going to run through a couple of projects that we've got planned for them over next year. Really keen to have them as a solid partner, especially with expand drinks. I'd love to have the drinks in more of their locations. Now we're expanding the pouches into locations. You have to excuse the bite, it's all over my head. Just had a conversation with Soho House about some serious expansion with those guys. Really, really excited for that. Planning a couple of events.
I've been with Soho House since only the start of this year, so just gone 7 months now, and we've gone from one house to 14 houses in 7 months' time. So really good growth there, and they're really keen to continue the partnership, which is great. Obviously Manchester's going to be opening, which is going to be my new local at the end of this year, so hopefully it's going to be some alignment there. We could form a little bit more of a long-term partnership in terms of events. But I mean, wider coverage in the house it's going really well at the minute. I was about to say something, but I realise I probably can't speak on it yet because it's not fully announced. But yeah, it's going to be expanding into a lot of the international houses in a slightly different way. So not just available to purchase, more hotel based. Felt like a pretty weird week for me, to be honest. This time, I'm on Monday today. This time last week I had a call with, in fact I saw him in person, and later on I had a call with the investors, and they said I should expect the papers back before Tuesday lunchtime, and then look to sign before the end of the week. And then I just hear nothing for the rest of the week, which, you know, from a mindset perspective, it just puts you into a completely different place. And I think I found it hard to switch off whilst being away because of that, because it's just always in the back of my mind, which has been a little bit difficult. And I'm not complaining, but that's just the reality of the situation. And communication can be a funny thing sometimes, and obviously, you know, you don't want to start nagging people, but at the end of the day, there's certain expectations there when you set timelines, then when they're not met, it's, you know, other doubts creep into my mind. So, but fresh week this week, back in the UK tomorrow, and then really need to try and nail down what's happening with this, because it causes sticking points in other areas of the business, as you can imagine. You know, you don't know which areas to push forward because of your access to capital, which at the minute isn't huge, but once that's closed, it'll give me a little bit more leeway, you know, more room to work more into the drinks. So yeah, I really need to get it closed off.